Hello guys, welcome to Psychologist. My name is Pierre, I'm a psychologist. In a previous video, I talked about how motivation usually means that you should always feel like doing the things you need to do, and how that actually undermines your weight loss progress because it's so unrealistic from a psychological perspective. I'm sure you can relate to the short-lived nature of feeling motivated, right? So as an antidote to that, I'd like to tell you about what motivation should realistically mean. I'll also tell you about one of the fundamental building blocks of real motivation and what you can do to build and keep it alive as well as possible. Let's get into it. First of all, I'd like to clarify that motivation as a feeling obviously does exist and is great, but it's so unreliable and short-lived that it'll never help you achieve any long-term goal like losing weight. Instead, I want you to think about motivation as a set of reasons for doing something. Let me explain that. Whenever you decide to do something, you make a calculation in your head on whether it's worth it or not. Consciously or unconsciously, you do this because you obviously don't have endless time and energy. So if you're ever going to do anything, you need some good reasons to motivate your actions, right? Take the example of cleaning your house or apartment. You might not feel motivated to clean, but knowing that it'll feel good when it's done and any other reasons you could have are enough to motivate doing it. So I'm inviting you to think of motivation this way, as a set of reasons that are good enough to motivate your actions. This definition has nothing to do with how you are feeling, and that is one of its biggest strengths. It's instead based on conscious values that you hold and goals that you've set. And they don't come and go unpredictably like feelings tend to do. So how do you build that kind of motivation? Well, if motivation is a set of reasons, then coming up with good reasons is exactly where you should start. You need to formulate your why.
Why?
Losing weight is not easy. Losing weight often means choosing a future reward over feeling satisfied and comfortable here and now. It means staying focused for months and years before new habits can start to stick. It's a very big project and lifestyle change. Why should you even do it? Now, that's a very good question. And if you want to succeed and reach and maintain your goals, you will need a very good answer to it. In the current culture, in most of the world, being fat is undesirable. And if you are overweight, it's clearly expected of you to lose that weight. Don't be fooled by this though. A general sense that you should lose weight is not nearly a good enough reason to motivate such a big project. Other people around you wanting you to lose weight also isn't nearly a good enough reason. Those are superficial reasons, and in reality, it's not obvious at all that you should lose weight. So the first step you should take is look inwards. Ask yourself sincerely, with all the effort that comes with it, do you really want to lose weight right now? If your answer is not a genuine yes, then don't even bother. That means you're not ready and you will not succeed, so just save yourself the trouble right now. It's a typical human thing to really want something, but only if we don't have to pay for it. So when the bill comes, we're just gonna give up. So before you even start your weight loss project, you should get this right. Do you really want to lose weight, even if you have to put in all of the work and make sacrifices? If your answer is a genuine yes, then you're ready to continue to the next question, which is why?
Why?
Again, try to look past the surface with your answers here. In what way is it important for you to lose weight? What will it lead to? You can follow along with me right now and do this exercise. Just pause the video so you have enough time. Take a piece of paper and write down all of your answers to that question. And if you then keep asking yourself why to every answer that you come up with, you will eventually find out if they are good enough reasons to motivate actually taking on a weight loss project. For example, you could give answers like to be healthier or to look better. And I'd like you to continue deeper than that. Why is that important to you? Maybe you answer that you want to be healthy so you can support your loved ones, and that's all right. We're starting to reach some good reasons. But why is that important to you?
You need to dig deeper.
Your next answers in that line of questions will come down to your most fundamental values for what's important in life and who you want to be. This is where you can find the reasons that can motivate doing almost anything. It's where it becomes meaningful enough to put in a lot of effort and stay focused in the long term. Putting these kinds of deeply personal reasons into words can be very powerful. And I recommend you write all of your reasons down with pen and paper. That'll make it feel even more real, and you'll be able to review it and remind yourself later on. Now, I also have a bonus for you, a secret trick. In psychology, we talk about positive and negative emotions, but it's not the same thing as good and bad. No emotion is good or bad, they're all neutral. They just are what they are. So what we mean by positive and negative is whether an emotion typically feels pleasant or unpleasant to have. So far, I've talked about positive reasons to motivate losing weight, like attaining something valuable to you, and potential rewards can absolutely be very motivating. But the truth is that negative emotions usually have even more power to motivate. Emotions like fear, guilt, shame, and anger can feel very unpleasant, but they are packed with energy to motivate you to change or act in some way. So the bonus tip is to use that as well. Continue the exercise now by writing down the negative things that will happen, or continue if you don't lose weight. How will you feel about yourself? How will it limit you in your life? And in the same way as before, just keep asking why to all the answers that you come up with. These negative reasons are just the other side of the coin, so to speak, and they're just as important, if not more so, as the positive ones for your motivation. Oftentimes, this point of view isn't recommended by psychologists, and probably because it doesn't feel good to think about and feel negative emotions, but that's avoidance, and it will not help you. These emotions are motivating because they feel unpleasant. And if you or anyone else thinks that you should hide from negative emotions, you're being treated as fragile. You're being robbed of opportunities to face yourself, take on challenges, and grow stronger. And you're not that fragile. You're not made of glass, and you will not break. Because, let's be honest, you already know all the negative things, and you think about it, and you feel those emotions anyway. So if you can't beat them, join them and channel that energy into motivation to work towards your goals instead. When you've done this exercise, you will have a list of very good reasons that motivate doing what you need to do for your weight loss project. You'll have a list of your whys. Your why is a fundamental building block of motivation. And whenever you start to move in the wrong direction, go back and review your reasons for staying on track. Maybe they weren't really yours or not meaningful enough to you. You can always update and add to your list as you come to new realizations along the way. By keeping your why fresh in your mind, you'll give it more power. So you can review your reasons multiple times a day if you need to. And if you've done it properly and come up with deeply personal and meaningful reasons, they will have power to motivate you into action. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this is interesting and helpful to you. Please leave a like if you liked it, write a comment with any feedback, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon.